Hi, this is Carrie Brunsman. We're going to start our 20-minute class with 3 moon squats. Feet are hip width apart with a slight 15-degree angle. Start by taking a deep breath in, extend all the way up, hands spread, reaching for the ceiling. Come down, cross the arms into a fist as you exhale. Come back up, inhale, and exhale down. And one more time, all the way up. And one more time down, cross the elbows, head down, relax. And come back up. Drop the arms down to the side, shake it out. We're going to start today's with the first pose is ragdoll. So you can get your stool or any support you have, put it to the front of the mat. We're going to stand about a foot away from the stool. Feet are parallel to each other, so the toes are facing the stool. You bend your knees a little bit, and we're going to roll down into a forward fold. You can place your hands on the stool, anywhere that's comfortable. You're aiming for a discomfort level in stretching at about a 7. So what is a 7? A 7 would be something like comfortable, can sustain. If you can't sustain it for a long period of time, you don't want to be there. So just nice, comfortable stretch in those hamstrings. Now we're going to start our breathing, and our breathing is a 4-8 breath. So you're going to breathe in for 4 through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for the count of 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to make a huh sound as you exhale. So try it again. In for 4. And out through the mouth, exhaling. And hold that pose. We're going to hold each pose for 2 minutes. And in for 4. And then out for 8. In for 4. And out for 8. And this breathing is a way for us to really prohibit that stretch reflex. The stretch reflex is where your muscles want to tighten up and prevent your body from relaxing. This breathing, especially when you double that exhale, is allowing your body to relax and get into that. It promotes your parasympathetic nervous system from allowing your body to relax. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and release the hands, roll up, and go ahead and shake the arms, the legs out. Shake it out, shake it out. Okay, the next pose is going to be the wide leg stretch. We're going to do that on the floor. So bring your stool in front. You're going to go the long ways of the mat this time. Come down on the floor. We're going to spread our legs apart, the width of the mat. And if you're really flexible and you're able to get your legs a little further apart, you can actually inch them backwards. I actually have to use, to get my back straight, I use a blanket underneath my hips. So you can go ahead and do that. If you need a little more lift. But you want your back upright, or your hips tilted forward before you begin. And once you get that position, go ahead and roll forward. And I like to use the stool as a way to hold myself up. So anything that's comfortable, again, we're looking for that 7 out of 10 discomfort level. Relax your feet, relax your toes, and relax your head. And there's 3 principles to the science of stretching technique that we're using. The first one is what they call wet noodle. And it's basically making sure that your muscles and everything is nice and relaxed, because they actually stretch better when they are relaxed. So keeping your body relaxed is the first principle. The second principle is that breathe to relax, which is what we talked about earlier, which is that 4 count in and 8 count out with a huh sound. And that really promotes the body's relaxation. The third principle is the time under passive tension. So by holding these poses for 2 minutes allows us to really release everything and allow those muscles to relax and gain some mobility and flexibility. We have a few more seconds here. And breathing in for 4. And out for 8. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and come up, sitting up. Relax your legs a bit. You can kind of shake those out. Put your hands behind you. And we're going to do a little bit of back bend to reset. So just kind of arch your back, look up to the sky. Relax your head. And we'll hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back up. Okay, now we can just move your stool slightly out of the way for a moment. Staying seated on your blanket, let's go ahead and bring our legs together into butterfly pose. So you're going to put the soles of your feet together. You want your feet to be about 4 fists from your pelvis. So 4 fists out. And again, you want to be able to have that posterior tilt. So you want to make sure that your back is straight to begin, that you aren't hunching over. Nice and lifted. If you need a little support, Kate, it looks like you're pretty good, but if you feel like you're getting a little too much stress, you can put a blanket or a pillow underneath your knees on each side. Okay, good. So we can go ahead and lean forward. Again, relaxing the head. You can use the stool if that's too high. If you feel like you're hovering too far, you can put the stool in front and grab that. Relax the head down. Again, resuming that breathing. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and out with a ha for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then again. And out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your feet are relaxed. We have about 45 seconds left in this pose. And see if on your next exhale, if maybe you can let it go a little further down. Can you reach forward just a little bit more for the last 30 seconds? All right, slowly roll up. Bring the knees together. We're going to get off the blanket and actually go now to the short end, facing the short end of the mat. We're gonna do we're gonna roll over your feet and go into child's pose. So keep your toes together. Your knees can be spread. This is another reset pose. And before we do our next position, and reach your arms out in front and just relax into child's pose. There you go, Katie, head all the way down. Nice job. And go up. Now roll back onto your bum. We're going to put our legs out in front of us. We're going to start with our left leg first. So the left leg is going to be straight out in front. Again, I usually would like to have a padding under my hips so that I can make sure my back is straight. The right leg's gonna come in at an angle with the heel of the foot touching your inner thigh. Sit up straight. Again, 2 minutes on each side. Again, I like to use the stool in front. As you roll forward, find a nice comfortable position. Again, that 7 out of 10 discomfort level, where it's sustainable for the full 2 minutes. And relax here. Let the legs fall out. The feet relax. This is a great hamstring stretch. In modern life today, we do a lot of sitting, and a lot of the activities, I do a lot of bike riding. We do a lot of activities that really only use a short part of the motion of the hamstring. Doing these long stretches that elongate the hamstring are a way to get them lengthened and get more mobility out of the hamstring. And keep that breathing going. And exhale. And 2 more times in, 4. And up for 8. And in. And out. And slowly roll up. And we're going to switch legs. But before we do that, move the stool out of the way. Take your right arm up and over to the back. Bring this leg up. And without even thinking about it, just lift your hips. Lift your hips up. And then come back. All right, switch legs. This time the right one's out in front. The left comes in at an angle. Stool if you need it. Sitting up nice and straight. And take it forward. Find a way to relax both feet, especially that right leg. Let it relax. And keep the breathing going. We talked a little bit about time under passive tension. Most exercises you want to hold between 2 and 5 minutes. We're doing the minimum in this course. We're just doing 2 minutes per pose. And we have 1 more minute in this pose. Getting a nice hamstring stretch on that right leg. We have just about 15 more seconds left. See if you can go just a little further down. On your next exhale, see if you can get a little more distance, a little more elongated. And release that pose, roll up. Remove the stool out of the way. Put the right or the left leg into a bent position. Left arm up and over the back. We're going to take the right arm up and over our head, lift the hips at the same time. Right into a position called wild thing. Just stretch it out. And come right back down. Very nice. Okay, the last pose, we're also going to be on our back. You will not need anything underneath your bum, but you will need something under your back. So have something at the side ready, your block, maybe even that band that you had. Have your legs bent to bent position. We're going to roll onto our back. Your legs are about hip width apart. You're going to lift your hips up a bit and put that block, blanket, towel, at your waistband, so where your belt might go. And this is the beginning to stretch. Put your palms up. Starting here, see how you feel. If you're not quite at that 7 level, you can try lengthening out your legs. Maybe you get them to the straight position. Both legs are straight. Now this is a pretty intense stretch. Are you good there? You can stay there if you need to, Kate. Palms up and just relax. Great hip flexor stretch. And breathing in and out. This one, you really need to think about keeping your feet relaxed, your head's relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. There we go. About 30 more seconds here. Looks good, Katie. And 2 more breaths and we'll be able to wrap it up. Take in breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that ha sound. Ah, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and one more time in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Okay, bend your knees. Remove the block or blanket from underneath your hips. Grab your knees into a tuck and roll back and forth. You can even do a little bit of a round motion with your knees if you need to, going one way, and how about the other direction? Nice work. Okay, go ahead and put the legs down, straighten them out. Hands up, palms up, lay them down at your side, head down, and we're going to go into Shavasana and just relax. Great job. Thanks for helping me out today.